Why is nobody talking about this? Ever since I came to Africa, many Africans have come to me and said they will pay me thousands of dollars for me to help them to go to Europe. I haven't helped a single person, and I'm not going to do that. Ask yourself, why, if Europe is so fantastic, why am I then in Africa? Does that make sense? If my own place is so fantastic, why would I be here? Now, you are ready to pay me thousands of dollars for you to go and work hard in Europe, for you to help Europe get back on track. Why won't you stay in Africa and make Africa get on track? It doesn't make sense. You're an African, so why don't you want to help your own continent to grow and prosper, but you want to go to my continent and make that prosper? It doesn't make sense. If you have thousands of dollars that you want to give me for me to help you to go there, spend those thousands of dollars to set up a business here in Africa. And if you need help with that one, I'm willing to help you, but I will never help you to go to Europe and suffer.
Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Ruby Masaga. Today I want us to talk about Africa and the situation back in Africa and why most young people, youths, why they opt to run away or rather migrate to other parts of the world looking for greener pastures. It's both heartbreaking and perplexing to see a growing number of African youths willing to abandon their homelands, lands rich in culture, resources, and untapped opportunity for what they believe is a golden life in Europe. They are paying thousands of dollars, risking their lives at sea and enduring years of undocumented hardship in foreign lands, all in pursuit of a dream that may not exist. We must challenge the narrative that Europe equals salvation and Africa equals failure. Who is promoting this dream, and why do we keep falling for it? We've all seen it. A cousin returns from Europe with, flashy clothes, impressive photos, a few euros in hand, and nothing else. They don't share the nights spent hungry, appalling living conditions, or the years without legal status. They've sold an illusion, and others desperate for quick success. But here's the harsh truth. They often suffer more overseas than they ever did at home. One man clung to, identity in Europe. I am from Canaria. Despite years of sleeping on the streets and struggling every day. And he stays not because Europe is paradise, but because admitting failure at home can feel worse. Now, pause and ask yourself, what if abandoning Africa is the real failure? What if the thousands spent on smugglers to cross the seas could have been invested here in launching businesses, creating jobs, transforming communities? Think about it. Why are we helping Europe get back on track while Africa stumbles from neglect?
Don't cross. You recommend it's too dangerous.
Yeah, of course. I never tell anyone to cross the sea to come here because then you reach here, you have to suffer a lot because the African people will think when you reach to Europe, you just take the money and go back. Yes. Some of our brothers fool us. They can spend 50 years, 100 years, they can never tell you the truth. They're going to Africa with one cars, going all up and down, boom, boom, boom. So you have money in Africa, people can never value you. They value the people who come from Europe to America. You know what I mean? This is what everyone wants to come, but listen, I reach here, then told me that 3 years before you have paper. Now I am here 9 years without paper. How can I make my passport? I need to go to Africa to first new passport.
Yeah.
I never go. So I prefer to live, but don't die without paper.
You want to stay here. This is where you feel comfortable.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of Canaria.
How do you feel about many hundreds or thousands arriving every day with the Red Cross? They seem like they get more help than you, right?
Yeah, because they're getting, for me, they are stupid. It's not because of that, because we the African people, we are stupid, but we don't like the truth. It's not important to cross the sea to come here because you came here to suffer more than Africa.
Really?
Because help is only one moment. Like me now, if I don't know how to look for my daily bread like this, I need to go steal or do bad. Then later the people say, no, this black boy is rude boy, this boy. It's really hard, eh? Europe, it is hard.
Yeah.
But gotta be strong.
Let's explore why so many feel compelled to leave. Yes, poverty and hunger are real, but there is something deeper. Status and perception. In many communities, returning from abroad, regardless of circumstances, is revered, while local achievers are overlooked. This warped hierarchy fuels the myth that real success lives elsewhere. And worse is the misinformation. Brothers and sisters who make it abroad rarely tell the harsh truth. Meanwhile, they are stuck, undocumented, jobless, stripped of identity, and their silence, a siren call misleading others into chasing the same marriage. One speaker said, it's not important to cross the sea because you suffer more than in Africa. That's raw honesty. If you have $3,000 to pay someone to smuggle you to Europe, I will help you start a business here. That's not just money, it's a mindset of revolution. It says Africa holds possibility. Let's build here, not run away from home. Choosing to stay, build, endure, that is not weakness, that is strength. That is future. Now, let's talk about why we need to stay. 1, redefine success. If a young entrepreneur opening a thriving shop in Accra is overlooked, yet someone scrubbing toilets in London is celebrated, our value system is broken. We must redefine success to include community builders, local educators, innovators, not just globe trotters. Number 2, break the silence. We need voices, honest voices, to expose the truth about Europe. Migration isn't wrong, but migration driven by lies and silence, that's a trap. We must normalize stories of reality, not illusions. Number 3, invest locally. You don't need government bailouts, just access to capital, mentorship and networks. If someone has $5,000 to risk in smugglers, they have potential capital. What they lack is someone to guide them. That is where local mentors, entrepreneurs, and community leaders step in. Number 4, rebuild narratives. Returnees should not become untouchable once they step off the plane. We must celebrate local success. Teachers, artisans, shop owners as heroes. Our media, schools, religious platforms all should praise those who build here, not only those who travel abroad. Number 5, change policy, change mindset. We need sustainable infrastructure, real credit access, genuine business training, living mentorship, not broken grants, not lip service. These support systems are the scaffolding of hope. Finally, remember, Africa is not broken. They believe that we need to live. That is mental colonization. Until we dismantle that mindset, no border, no visa policy will make a difference. Some say here we suffer more. Yes, suffering is real, but so is resources fullness, so is resilience. And with international support, our struggles can become strategies. Our pain can become power. Guys, stay home. Home is always the best. If you are an African youth feeling, pulled to leave, ask yourself, do you want to escape or do you want to build? Do you want silent suffering abroad or resilient growth at home? Europe is not paradise. Africa is not a prison. The real journey is inward, into your heart, your community, your, continent. So build boldly, stay proudly. Africa deserves your energy. Guys, stay home. Stay home. Yeah, drop a comment below, guys. Let me know what you think about this. Also remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time, bye-bye.